Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Port Huron Area School District Soccer Complex for another exciting game of boys high school varsity soccer here on PHHS 6. I'm Carl Stafford. Tonight's matchup, your Port Huron High Big Reds take on the visiting Moraine City Mariners. Just underway now. Big Reds control it first. Throw in on the near sideline. One into the box. Bouncing around, the Mariners in the black and white. With the Big Reds with the white uniforms with the red letters. Throw in now. Trying to stay in control. Bounce around out in the box, and out comes the goalkeeper, Michael Polio. Scoop that one up. It's a very windy game. Just have Storms trying to rush this one, fit it in, and see a bag and some other napkins and papers out on the field, trying not to distract the players. One almost went in the back of the net. Always distracting for a goaltender. Ball played up. Jason Dean fighting for the Mariners. Back against Will Crewall. Control through center. That's John Miller. Jensen Isles. Looking to set something up. Tried to get it to Miller. Nice interception on the pass. Jerry Holloman. Now Whippich in the corner. Plays the ball into the box. Tried to get it to his own man. Collision of Mariners. And no opportunity for the Big Reds. They're definitely the one putting the pressure on early, though. Got a free kick. It'll be for the Big Reds. Taken by Jaron Isles. Nice ball played in the box. Ivan almost had that one off the post. Strike from the side and still inbounds with Jason Mallon. A great strike and immediately put his hands on his head. Didn't realize that one didn't bounce out. A very strange bounce off the crossbar. Long shot played in, saved by the keeper for the Mariners. So just underway here in the first half of play. Able to keep it in bounds. And then off immediately, the Mariners. Throw into Jensen Isles. And nice play by the Mariner defense. Knocked that one out. Jerry Holloman, again, senior, back on defense. Big Reds once again with a throw-in. Nice bump. Tried to get it to Nedeljkovic in the box. And now out of bounds on the far sideline. Big Reds putting all the pressure on here early. So we're just about 4 minutes in. The first half, and I believe I start to see some rain. Definitely in the forecast. They will play through the rain, but gotta watch out for those storms. Mariners trying to work it along the far sideline. Now giving chase, going back on defense with a challenge. And Michael Gore for the Big Reds, able to knock it off the Mariners, and once again, Big Reds will retain control. Mariners unable to really get any possession in the Port Huron High zone. Ball played in, knocked back out by the Mariners. Again, not cleared though, right to the Big Reds to set it up again. In the middle of it all, Jerry Holloman playing a game for the defense for Moraine City. A lot of pressure up that middle. Nice heads up play. John Miller fighting for it. And taken away, but we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a free kick for the Big Reds. A little handsy to win that challenge. So what, free kick for the Big Reds. Once again taken by Jaron Isles. Nice long ball played in the box, headed right back out by Marine City. We're going to try to make this in a run. And Crewall stopping that drive before it ever started. Challenge in the corner. And I believe that's going to be last off Marine City. It will. And they're going to whistle him. He threw his, yep, they're going to back him up on the throw-in. Nowhere near to where the ball actually went out. Trying to hustle the play. Again, ball just kind of floating around right now, but it's been Big Reds that are in control. Jensen Isles gets it over to Nedeljkovic. Ball on the far side now. Once again, Big Reds will be the first ones there. Paul Robinson. Working the far side, Jason Mallon had that great shot earlier, centering pass. And an opportunity for whippage. And we get whistled for offsides here, so the ball will go to Marine City. Jarowicz with the kick from Marine City. Now ball played up. It's going to be a foot race for it. Jason Dean, first one back is for the Big Reds. Jaron Isles eventually played to the sideline. Good job by the Big Reds getting back. Now we're seeing the first time the Mariners are really trying to hold possession in that zone. But the Big Reds seem eager to get the ball out of there. Now right through center, right to Will Crewall. He's got people with him. Tried to get it over. Now Isles. Bounce around in front of the net. Nice hustle to get back for the ball, and I believe that's clean. Just hustling for the ball. John Miller winning that challenge. Good no call by the officials. Jason Dean really trying to push on this right side. And one of really the only Mariners pushing tonight. That ball played pretty far into the box and will eventually roll out of bounds. Get a Mariner throw in. Right over there by the corner. Throwing more back towards the box. I guess the Big Reds weren't really there, but your typical throw-in location on that kind of play. And just trying to clear it out of the box. Once again up to Dean. Makes a nice move, but eventually too many Big Reds there. Oh, another nice play. That's Zach Armstrong this time. Battling with Crewall. Armstrong gets free. And still 3-on-1, not much he can do. Big Reds eventually catch up with him. And Jaron Isles will knock that ball out of bounds. Nice defensive play by the Big Reds. Marine City still trying to sustain something, trying to back it off, and now that could lead to a breakaway. That's the last two defenders back. It's a foot race now. And Ivan Naldokovic trying to battle there. Marine City just able to get just enough pressure on it. Stop the breakaway opportunity. Holding it in the corner. White pitch. Eventually knocked out of bounds while the Big Red throw in. Nice play back to Krewall. Tried to get that pass over to Malin. Not sure if it was deflected. Gonna have a whistle now. We're gonna have a substitution. Looks like that pass was deflected by the Mariners, so the ball will stay with the Big Reds. 28:35 remaining here in the first half. So Big Red throwing. Played first by the Mariners, trying to hold that line, and not exactly the play you wanted there, because that will set up the Big Reds for a corner kick. Not how the Mariners wanted to play that one. Basically turned a throw in right into a corner, and we're gonna have another opportunity for Big Red. Short corner. Mariners are first to it and knock it back out to the sideline, right over the fence, of course. Into the jungle beyond the fence, which some unfortunate JV player will probably have to crawl over and find that ball. Meanwhile, ball in the box and off with the shot. Noah White pitch, and Big Reds are first on the board. Had Mariners all around him. So the senior midfielder putting the Big Reds on the board. 1-0. As we see the scoreboard there, Big Reds actually under the Husky logo tonight. They do share this field, but they are the home team. So 1-0 with 27:42 remaining here in the first half. And that was something you kind of had to expect with the pressure that the Big Reds were getting, that eventually something was going to happen. Julio's going to come out and make this save. And once again, great pressure on the ball. Let's see if he's able to keep this in. Tried to walk the line with it. And they're going to say it's out of bounds, kind of making his case. And he kept it in, but great hustle. Jensen Isles really been all over the place. A sophomore. And just a hustle on that play, challenging that ball. Almost led to a big opportunity for the Big Reds. So great heads-up play by the sophomore. Ball in the middle, bouncing around, and coming there to save a goal. That's Jerry Howellman. Again, said his name quite a few times on defense tonight. That will set up the Big Reds for a corner. But make no doubt about it, Jerry Howellman did just save a goal for the Mariners. So nice defensive play, and now we're getting a signal that that must have been deflected, because now we have a goal kick. So for some reason that was off the Big Reds and gave the ball back to the Mariners, but Big Reds back in control pretty quick, trying to get that centering pass, bounced around in front. Not the greatest pass, but bounced around. Now inside the box there's a whistle. And it's going to be on the Big Reds, so we're going to have a free kick for the Mariners inside goalkeeper's box. Will be taken by the keeper. Far sideline eventually run out of bounds. 25 minutes remaining here in the first half. Far sideline been working it all night long. Centering pass, not really up there was Isles yet. Still making his way up the field. Mariners' first one to the ball. Still battling for it, though. Second time. Got to mention him for the second effort. Just staying with the ball. Nice deflection in the center of the field. Brandon Warzinski. Actually sent back again to that Big Red defense. Paul Robinson on the far side. Wait for a second. Oh, we get Michael Gore over there for the throw-in. Throw-in played by Mariners. Incidental contact there. Again, good no call. Both players just going after the ball. Got to let them play through that. Ball battling around inside the box. And nice acrobatic save by the coach for the Mariners. One of the coaches saving that ball from going over the fence. As you can see, already quite a bit of a forest once you immediately get over that fence. So definitely props to the Mariner coaches for the save. Nice bit of passing. Falls through the cracks. Warzinski's there to pick it up. Neldokovic, he's onside, and that one off the post. And it bounced straight back. Twice we've seen the ball off the post and taking some funny bounces. That one hit square off and bounced directly back, and the keeper able to get on it. What a great play by Ivan Neldokovic. Great job staying onside. Waited for that last moment where he is onside. And then had just the goalie to beat. Not a lot of room to get that shot off. And unfortunately for him, just off the post. Hit it dead square. So a tough break, but the Big Reds still up 1-0. You gotta love this pressure that they keep getting in front of the net. 22 minutes remaining here in the first half. Throwing for the Mariners. They're going to take their time, try to get some of their players up, try to sustain something on offense. Immediately play it back. I haven't talked a ton about the Big Red defense tonight, but they haven't seen a ton of action. But when the ball does get there, typically get it out of the zone before I can even mention names. And completely unmentioned tonight, Dylan Ski back in net for the Big Reds. Has yet to see any action with the Big Red goalkeeper. Tried to play that ball up on the sideline. It was Marko Neldokovic trying to get Jason Mallon. Pass just a little too far ahead of him. And it's going to be out of bounds and throw in for the Mariners. And whistle on the sidelines, and now throw in for the Big Reds. Knocked right back out. They'll try it again. Knocked out of bounds this time. Off the chest of Mallon, and we'll go. Right back to Marine City. Big boot try to clear the zone, but once again just dumping it along the sidelines, and they can clear the zone, but it's just coming right back. Really unable to sustain anything offensively. Illegal throw in there. And they're going to give it over to the Mariners. I believe that call's been a couple times now. I saw a couple changes for throw-ins, and didn't always see the referee official signal, but definitely a call on that play. Knocked right out of bounds, and once again over the fence. You need to think about investing in a higher fence along that far sideline. Under 20 minutes to play, 19-10 remaining here in the first half. Again, Big Reds up 1-0 over the Marine City Mariners. Ball bounced in the box. First big opportunity. And nice job not only knocking it down, but running it out of there, Jaron Isles. Throw in, knocked right back out. Stays with the Big Reds. Actually bumped out of bounds, but quickly taken control of again by the Big Reds. Moving back to get it, Paul Robinson. Tried to turn up sideline, knocked it out of bounds. Will be once again a Mariner throw-in. Gore to take the throw-in. Nice footwork inside the pile there by John Miller. Now it's going to be a foot race. Could it be an opportunity for the Mariners? No, first one to get there for the Big Reds. Michael Gore back there. Nice challenge there, knocking out of bounds. Nice clean challenge. Went after the ball, knocked it to the sidelines. Let the Big Reds have some time to set up, get back on defense. Nice long throw in. You can never undervalue the power of a long throw in. A lot of teams don't have a player that can get that kind of distance on a ball. It practically makes the throw in a corner a lot more dangerous. But knocked right out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick for the Big Reds. Again, in goal tonight, Dylan Ski. Long goal kick. Breakaway opportunity. It's got defenders all over. Not going to have much of an angle for the shot. Missed the far post. Very tough angle with defenders draped all over him. That was Ivan Nadokovic. Great opportunity. Very, very tough play, though. Well defended by the Mariners. All bouncing around, and once again, Jensen Isles is waiting there to. He's challenging every loose ball. That one into the own net by the Mariners. And that is always a tough pill to swallow, and that hurts as a player. Hate to do that. Definitely down on himself right now. That will give the Big Reds a 2-0 lead. So Port Huron High up 2-0 with 15:39 remaining here in the first half. And again, tough break for the Mariners. It's tough being a defender in front of that net, trying to play the ball, trying to help your keeper out, and unfortunately just took a bad bounce. Good break for the Big Reds as they're now up 2. Team players sliding around, goalkeepers not being as sure-handed as before. A couple balls you see slide off their foot when they're in some of the set kicks, and you wonder how much the field conditions are coming into play. It's shot at top of the box, and that one will roll past, so let's make it 3-0. John Miller with the goal. And great effort by the goalie, Michael Polio. Just tough effort. Stopped it originally and trickled past another one. That's tough if you're a goalie. Thought you made the initial save, and again, got to wonder how much the field conditions came into play on that one with it being raining out there. Tough and wet on those goalie mitts, and he initially did make the save and then trickled past him. So John Miller will be credited with the goal. He'll join Whitebridge. And once again, the Big Reds are threatening. Someone will be credited for goal number 2. I honestly have no idea who was the last Big Red to touch it. Was off a Mariner. Keeping possession, though, and pressure on Moraine City. And that is the 3rd ball we have cleared the fence tonight. Trying to find a ball somewhere to play it. And a long throw in from the Port Huron High coaches. So they can get back out there and play. Tough collision there, but again, both players going for the ball. And I gotta say, I really like the officiating of this game. It's been a little bit of a physical game, but nothing. All tempers seem to be cool, and everyone's playing on. A little give, a little take here and there. Both teams is really going after the ball. There's been a couple collisions, a couple challenges, a couple falls, but it's always been clear the player's going after the ball. That one off the side of the foot, and upset with himself is Miller. Missed that one wide. Just tried to strike that one left-footed. Goal kick, and right immediately challenged by the Big Reds and knocked right back out of bounds. Out of bounds on the near sideline. Once again, will be a Big Red throw-in. 12:41 remaining. 3-0. Port Huron High Big Reds lead over the Moraine City Mariners. Throw-in will be taken by Kyle Hepting. Headed right back out. But on the Mariners. Nice long throw into the box, and that's going to be off the Mariners, but this time we're going to go to the corner. Coming in to strike that ball, Jacob Ryan. And we'll have a corner kick for Port Huron High. Another opportunity for them to score. Moraine City with a couple substitutions. This ball, nice ball, hooking into the box. Goalkeeper comes out and flying in. Trying to make the play was Brandon Wierzinski trying to make a effort on it, and I believe that went untouched. Nice hook on that ball. And hooked it right back out of bounds. Give it a goal kick for the Mariners. These goal kicks have been a lot shorter for Marine City than you typically see on a varsity team. And they've been struggling with field position. That's something that has definitely hurt them. Bouncing around back on the far sidelines. Big Red's trying to make another run, unable to really handle that. Tried to get an awkward pass off was Wipage. Now foot race once again to the corner. Jason Dean will get there first for the Mariners, trying to make a move. Centering pass, no one there. Now long shot running in for the opportunity. Bradley Marquette for the Mariners, off the side of the foot though, and a good opportunity there for the Mariners, probably the best opportunity they've had tonight. .942 remaining here in the first half of play. That one will be run out of bounds. Will be Mariner ball, and obviously the first half winding down now. Gotta see how the Mariners come out here in the second half. Not getting much going at all on offense. Nice slide tackle coming in. Michael Gore. Also back there once again, Jaron Isles. Goalkeeper comes out to make that save. Applying pressure, Jensen Isles. Whitepitch's been playing well tonight. Controlling the ball well on this near sideline. Nice challenge there. Nice move. Aaron Isles not only able to shake the defender, bring it all the way upfield, trying to bring it inside the box now. Still see what moves he's got left. Trying to fake him out. And nice job staying with it, keeping the ball in front of him. That's Evan Jarowicz. But it will be another Port Huron High corner kick. Hear a little bit of the band in the background. Band is also trying to work out the kinks early in the season. Early in the season for soccer, also early in the season for band. At least the marching band getting ready for football. Corner rolls right through the box. Reds control. This ball played back. No one really there. Mariners trying to make a run on it. It's again Jaron Isles playing very well back on defense. Look for the centering pass here. Slide pass and then tackle with the goalie. Once again, another opportunity for Neldokovic. Great job by the goalkeeper coming out and be aggressive, making that play. The Reds have done a good job of just kind of feeding the center of the net tonight. And Ivan's been there most of the night. First one to touch that one, and then struck by Mallon as that sent off into the tennis courts. 6:24 now remaining here in the first half. As we have the goal kick for Marine City. Unable to really control that ball, and a little bit of a shoulder there, and Stays onside off the side of his foot, though. Jensen Isles got away with throwing a little bit of a shoulder. And like I said earlier, the refs have been letting a lot of things slide. A lot of good calls. A lot of plays that you'd like to not see a whistle on it, but if they keep becoming no calls, players are going to push the boundaries a little bit, see what they can and can't get away with. You hope you don't see that in this game. Some escalating penalties, but right now I still stand by what I said earlier. It's actually been a very well officiated game. It's nice to see them let the players play. And once again, Jason Dean trying to work that right side all by himself. Keeps cutting back. He's been doing it all night. Passes it off to a teammate to get a shot off, and off the side of his foot. That was Jacob Ryan. Got to give a lot of credit to Jason Dean, though, for the Mariners tonight. He's been all over the field, trying to really control the ball on that right side. And the problem is when you're trying to set anyone up, no one's there for him on the Mariners sideline, so not really helping him out. And when he's by himself, he's got 3 big reds around him. Very tough matchup to beat. So he's putting in the effort, but it's been a tough game. We'll play this ball back to the keeper. We'll see if he knocks it down. Almost misplays it. Almost deflected it into a net if he would have. Got to really get down and block that ball. Can't just try to play it with your feet. You're inside the box. Take every advantage of it. But luckily just rolled out of bounds and still giving the Big Reds a corner kick. I'd like to see the Mariners just get down and try to play that ball better. Makes up for it with that play, though. Michael Polio coming out and making a nice save on the corner attempt. Michael Gore taking that one up the middle. Bouncing around top of the circle, just outside the box. Roll out of bound. Paul Robinson will throw it in. Oh, wait, they'll. Jaron Isles. Gets it up to Jensen Isles. And once again sent into Big Red territory, but Mariners unable to really do much with it. Battling once again is Dean. Knocked right back out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off the Big Red, so Mariner throw in. Big Reds aren't giving up. They're not content. Want another goal before half. They're going to have to hurry. Just over 2 minutes to play in here in the first half. Nice centering opportunity. Great deflection. Nice centering pass. Again, no one there. Coming up to make the play and try to keep it alive with Jensen Isles. A weak shot in on net and easily taken care of by the Mariner keeper. Shot by Noah Whitebitch. Got one of the 3 goals tonight. The other one going to John Miller. And the third, of course, being off a Mariner defender. We'll have to see who they later credit that goal to Port Huron High with. This one bouncing right in front of net. Offsides, though. Big Red's a little upset with the call. Final minute of play here in the first half. And collision there. Both going for the header, kind of through his shoulder, too. Again, I think just battling for the ball, and a size advantage there did not favor the Mariner player. Once again, it's going to be Dean battling Robinson. Robinson gets it out of there. Long pass. And played it a little bit too far ahead of him. And Naldokovic, he's been so close on so many attempts tonight. Just hasn't been able to put the one in the back of the net, but that whistle will do it for the first half of play. Port Huron High Big Reds 3, the Marine City Mariners 0. We'll be back for second half action in just a moment here on CPHS 6. Welcome back to the second half of tonight's game between the Port Huron High Big Reds and the visiting Marine City Mariners. Again, the Big Reds up 3-0 in this one as we start the second half here at the Port Huron Area School District Soccer Complex. Got to see a change in play for the Mariners if they want to stay in this one. The Big Reds have been running away with this game and trying to push the tempo instantly on offense. And they've pretty much haven't had any long sustained offensive possessions in this game. Nice challenge there to win that ball. And it's going to be a whistle. I thought there was a whistle on the play. I believe that was a marching band whistle. Can be a bit confusing when they're practicing so close to each other. Nice play by the Big Reds working that ball up the sideline. Jason Mallon eventually knocked out of bounds on him, but able to clear the zone. And so you got to watch their throw-ins. There's been a couple calls for illegal throw-ins. Almost didn't do the full form there. Could have been called on that play. Nice challenge. Mariners seem like they're trying to come out with more energy. They are a bit undersized for this Big Red team. I believe Marine City only has one soccer team, so this is a combination of their JV and varsity. So you have a lot of younger players playing against a lot of older, more experienced players for Port Huron Highs, but they got to find a way to make that size and speed, take that advantage of that. Nice job cutting off the play. Michael Gore, he's played solid tonight on defense. Oh, knocked out of bounds. Throw in by the Mariners. And I'm not sure if the Big Reds are kind of coasting back a little bit now. They do have a 3-goal lead, but definitely we're still aggressive in the last part of the first half, but that last ball up dive on, not really much help with him. Be interesting to see how aggressive they come out, or if they're pretty content with this 3-goal lead. One thing you have to say, of course, the forwards will never be entirely content with the goal score, but the rest of the team might. Coach might want the rest of the team to be. When they drop the midfielders and everyone back. And now we're seeing a little bit of pushing and shoving, and that's where we're going to get one of the first calls. As Borzinski throwing his weight around a little bit. So, talked about it a little bit earlier. I saw a lot of play-ons in the first half, and I thought that a lot of them were good calls. But as soon as you establish that precedent, players are going to challenge what they have, what they can get away with. So, towards the end of the first half, a couple shoulders, and I think the refs are going to be a little more aware of that now, and see how the officiating comes here in the second half. I believe the rain has died down, so a little bit better weather for it. Not that we had a huge rainstorm tonight. Missed most of the heavy storms we thought we were going to get. But still slippery field conditions for tonight's matchup. Knocked right back out of bounds. Going to be a Big Red throw-in. A short throw-in. That ball will bounce through the box. Jason Mallon all over the field tonight, hustling back to get that one. Great ball by Michael Gore to clear it. Challenge staying with it, and then off the miss that one just wide. A wipe it, and we'll have a goal kick for the Mariners. Got a little more on that one. Played through center. Last one back is Gore. Handles that ball with ease. Plays it back to the rest of his defenders and right back up. A trip call there. He's running over there. Don't believe he's going to be going for any type of card. I believe he's just working on the spot and have a little chat with the guys. But a good call there, just outside the box, and Port Huron High will be set up with a nice spot for this goal kick. Got two players there, possibly for the fake out or possibly to go it short. Ball played in and over the net. So the kick by Miller a little bit high. And it'll be a goal kick for the Mariners. Again, the officials talking on the field. Maybe trying to warn the players that it might be a little bit of change in how the game's been called. Very short goal kick, and this could backfire quickly. Ivan right in front of the net. 3 defenders around him, and once again, he's had some tough breaks tonight. Challenge on the far side, that's Will Crewall. He'll take the throw in. Tried to fit it into space and knocked back out. Can't say the Big Reds are really taking the foot off the gas too much. Really kind of leaving Gore back as the last line of defense. Shows you what confidence they have him in the junior. The confidence they have in him, the junior defender. Throw in for the Big Reds. Try to get into the box. Off Nodokovic and knocked back out. Once again coming up, Michael Gore. Not only being the last man back, he'll play the ball back up to the offense too. Really seen a great game from him tonight. Can't mention that enough. Almost in a sweeper role right now. You have the back 3 defenders and Gore right behind him. Again, showing a lot of confidence there. Ball tried to play in the box. Shot right back out. Followed it up with a header. Held in by Moraine City. Tried to play it up the field. Gore will drop back. He's got to beat this defender. I mean, that's the danger about having one guy back. If he gets beat, he's been very good tonight, very consistent. Great job there working the ball to the sideline, not only to the sideline, but finding a teammate. But definitely is danger in that strategy. 30-57 remaining here in tonight's matchup. Again, Port Huron High up 3-0. Off goals off John Miller and Noah Whitebridge. Saying really, it's been Port Huron domination tonight. Have not seen much play from the Port Huron keeper, Dylan Ski. Hasn't had much pressure all night. That one just slipped right out of his hands, and that will tell you how wet the field is right now. Could not grab that ball. Never even made it inbounds. So, I believe the rain has stopped, but still battling conditions on a wet field. That one booted way up into the stands, I believe. Going for the Mariners, nice challenge with a header. And I mentioned him a lot in the first half. Jason Dean, number 2 for the Mariners, making a lot of moves, trying to hit his players in. Collision there, and we're going to have a free kick. It's going to be for the Mariners, and this will be a really good opportunity for them to try to set up a ball into the box. They'll be able to bring everyone forward. Looks like they'll keep their 4 defenders back. Almost. Well, I'm bringing one more someone up in case they want to kick it short. Ball played into the box. Heard a whistle right away. It was then quickly shot right out of bounds. Not sure what the whistle was. They're going to say it's off Port Huron High, and now Mariners have a corner kick. Keeper holding the Mariner right in the box. That one not struck exactly how he wanted. Borzinski trying to up the center of the field. Got it up to John Miller. Now Jensen Isles with a little bit of a breakaway. He's got defenders. He played that one a little bit too far ahead of him, and out comes the goalkeeper, Polio, to make the save. Seen him aggressive in net tonight. Coming out and making a couple nice challenges. Like to see that from a goalkeeper. It's been a tough game for him, but he's had pretty much constant pressure tonight. That one knocked out of bounds will be a throw-in. Still along that sideline. Short throw-in. And a whistle there. Hard to see it from the corner. So we'll have a free kick for the Mariners. Warzinski just knocking that ball right out of bounds. Nice interception on the throw-in by Paul Robinson. Another one of the Port Huron High defenders who's played well tonight. Goal, he comes way out of the box. Can't use your hands past there. It's a nice strike onto the ball. Try to get up to his forwards, but once again, taken away by that Port Huron High defense. They've played well tonight. A little shove there by Jaron Isles. And again, a lot of younger players for Moraine City, once again, goalkeeper coming out to make the save. Got to give him a lot of credit for being that aggressive with it. That throw, not his best, immediately played by the Big Reds by Robinson. A challenge in the corner, not giving much of an edge. Nice pass. Floating around in front of the net. Mariner defenders just kind of sitting there and just over the crossbar. Especially with 3 Mariners defenders, you got to attack that ball a little bit more, at least one of you. Get staying back, trying to help your goalie, but 3 defenders standing there not really helping. One of them got to put a little bit more pressure on Miller on that shot. Luckily for them, just went over the net. And that's something that is very easy to point out because it's exactly what the Big Reds have been doing all night. They've been bringing pressure to wherever the ball is. Not giving any time to defenders trying to clear the ball upfield. Forwards have been attacking. Attacking those defenders when a lot of times a lot of players would play off. And they're just attacking the ball wherever it is. Another attacking opportunity here. Bounced in front of the net. Goalie knocked it free. It was still loose in front of the net, and no Big Reds there able to finish it. Thought we had a whistle for subs. They will play on. They tried to get in. I don't think the referee realized it. Got a couple subs for Port Huron High waiting to get in. 24:46 remaining here in the second half of play. Let's see if they yell loud enough to get the subs in now. And they will. So quite a few subs for Port Huron High as they sub three people in. And with what we've been saying, attacking the ball, got to keep fresh sets of legs out there. Attacking the ball, taking a lot of energy. And beat on that play. Now we could have an opportunity for the Mariners. And got a shot on net. I believe that was Zach Armstrong. And shaking up on the play was Michael Gore. And he's still limping around. Talking about how he was pretty much the last man back. He got beat on that play, and I think it might have been because he might have pulled something. He's still labored around walking on the field, able to play that ball. We'll see if they're looking for a sub for him anytime soon. Vaughn once again attacking the goalkeeper and coming in for the second effort, Jason Mallon. Okovic, another opportunity. And once again, attacking the goalkeeper. He's been doing that all night. Doing it well. Unfortunately, has yet to show up on the scoreboard. But he's been crucial in putting pressure for Port Huron High. And I keep getting thrown by the whistles by the band director. I keep hearing that. A whistle on the play. Actually, I believe it's whistle is now for the football team. Band was throwing me off before. Now I got the football practice. How about we give one of these guys an air horn so we can tell the difference? Free kick now for the Mariners. 22 minutes remaining here in second half of play. Again, the Big Reds still up 3-0. Opportunity here. Out comes the goalkeeper. Beats him. See if he can get back to the ball in time. And getting back, Brandon Wierzinski not out of trouble yet. Ridiculous angle shot. Did not roll out of bounds. It's like that end zone line has a bank on it, just keeping it in. And Dean tried to keep the play alive. Really the best effort yet for the Mariners. Just missed wide on that shot. Great effort. Ball played up to Isles. Tough angle. Goalkeeper will try to make the save, so he will be the last one to touch it, so will result in a big red corner. But overall, if you're the Mariners, I think you got to be pretty happy with how your team's coming out in the second half. I know they have not put a goal on the board, but I think they're a little outmatched in this game. And definitely coming out with the second half with a better showing. Had some opportunities, which they pretty much lacked all of them in the first half. Header, and just over the net. Perfect kick on the corner. And once again, right in the middle, and robbed of goals tonight. Ivan Neldokovic. Just barely over the crossbar. He's been in all the right places tonight, just no luck. Great corner kick by the Big Reds and just barely over the crossbar. Actually heard some applause from the crowd. They thought that one was in. Ivan's not giving up yet. Still attacking, and that's strong. And now he finally puts one in. Persistence is rewarded. And now the Big Reds will be up 4-0. Ivan Neldokovic. So now the Big Reds up 4-0. 20-21 remaining here in tonight's game. And again, about time. Enough opportunities tonight, just barely missed. Had a great game overall. Good to see finally one go in the back of the net for Ivan. Reds looking comfortable here. Once again, great move. Can't talk enough about Dean tonight. He's played great for the Mariners. Far side, Billy Welser. It's like next whistle, we got about 5 substitutions for the Mariners. Make that 6. And they're going to tell him to hold on for a second. You got to figure out what's going on. Got 6 guys trying to sub in. Not going to allow the sub just yet. And now they're going to allow the subs. So basically a whole new team out there for the Mariners. Let's see what this set can do. Obviously trying to a new set of players and kind of seeing what happens. Once again, Isles on a break. Jensen Isles, tough opportunity. He had defenders. He had the defense closing in on him. Took that shot, knew he wasn't going to have much of an angle coming up very soon, and that one goes high and right. Tough shot, tough angle, but great hustle. Again, he's been one of the players flying around on offense tonight. Very short goal kick. Passing off to, and once again, challenging it. That's what I've been talking about, attacking the ball. Now wide open, Ivan right in front of the net, and goalie somehow stops it, gets the head on it, and second effort brings him goal number 2 of tonight. Neldokovic. And now it is 5-0. And you got to give a lot of credit to the keeper there. Stopped the original goal. It was a one-on-one matchup and stopped it. Really nothing he can do. Ivan able there to finish with a header, but really goalie hung out to dry there. Now the Mariners with a 5-0 lead, but that once again all was on the Big Reds attacking the ball. Their forwards attacking the defense, and Jensen Isles has been doing that all night. A little pushing and shoving here. So we're going to get a free kick. Starting to see a little bit more of it, and surprisingly, it's actually from the Big Reds. They do have the size advantage, but they are up 5-0. You think with the lead, a lot of times aggression's a little bit the other way, but it's trying to take advantage of their size out there. That's one advantage we've been talking about all night long, and that is also in the back of the goal. I was saying he was robbed of too many opportunities tonight, but that's goal number 3 for Ivan Neldokovic. So a hat trick for him, and now it's 6-0. 16:56 remaining here in tonight's game. And he will finally sub out along with Mallon. Subbing some new guys for Port Huron High. Rose now giving some of the starters a break, but again, this is a very deep team from what we've seen anyway thus far. That one miss hit, won't go to the sideline. So in reality, just kind of happy to get this game in. Looked like we might have murky weather for most of this game. And the rain early. Now still playing on the wet field, but players have been dealing with it pretty well. Just as I say that, of course, swing and a miss by Michael Gore. But let him have that. Had a very solid game tonight. Have another opportunity for it right here. But players still definitely dealing with the situation of wet field, of the wet field. But just mentioned, glad to get this game in. Cleared up and actually turned out to be a pretty good game for soccer. Good day for soccer. Out comes goalkeeper once again. Michael Polio, senior. Seen a lot of action tonight. Always tough to be a goalie and have 6 goals against you, but he's been hung out to dry by his defense a couple times, and a lot of pressure by this Big Red offense. Forwards have been very active tonight, and the defense has pretty much been coasting by that, so they've pretty much had the help of the midfielders all night, and could be another opportunity right here. Great play, and once again, coming out to make the play, Michael Polio, goalkeeper, on Noah Whitebitch. Trying for goal number 2 of the night for him. Another player who's had a great game on offense. A little bit of a fall there. First, I wasn't sure if he was tripped. Didn't really see anything. No call. And once again, using the shoulder. Jensen Isles. Again, once again, it's an illegal throw-in. Throw-in will switch over to the Big Reds and trying to hurry the tempo. This one into the box and rolls through. I'm not entirely sure. Not sure if Marco Meldokovic touched it. They're going to say he did. Went out of bounds. We'll have a goal kick for the Mariners. 13-12 remaining here in the second half. Again, Big Reds up 6-0. Trying to hold the line there in the corner, keeping it in, eventually bumped out. Throwing for PH. PH is backing up, acting like they're waiting for a long throw in. That one trying to bounce into the box. We saw that great long throw in by the Mariners earlier. Talk about how much of a benefit that can be for your team. Again, very aggressive on the ball. The definition of an attacking forward tonight. Ball into the box, off the head. Paul Robinson. Missed the header just wide, will be a goal kick. That one taken away at center. That's Kyle Hepting. Back in Mariner control. And once again mention that this is the only soccer team for Marine City, so they don't have a varsity and a junior varsity, so we're seeing all the freshmen, sophomore, and everything for the Marine City Mariners out there tonight. You see it sometime in the size and just the lack of experience with some of these younger players. Another opportunity for the Big Reds as they have a corner. 10:54 remaining. Again, 6-0 lead Mariners Big Reds over the Marine City Mariners. That bounced around in front of the net, and I believe it was right off the Mariners, so I think we'll set up again. And some orders from Rosenau. I think he's trying to get Warzinski in the box, and he did, trying to go for the header there, but once again, goalkeeper coming up, make the save. His aggressive play in net. Communication just seems to be a little bit off in the Mariners passing game tonight. Not really able to take advantage of their opportunities that they have had. And Dylan Ski taking care of the rest. Keeping this one a shutout. Throw in far sideline. Gets it into Miller. John Miller going to have an opportunity. Awkward angle, but that finds the back of the net for goal number 2 for him. So John Miller's second goal. And that will make it 7-0 Port Huron High over the Marine City Mariners. Again, tough game for the Mariners. Good game for the Big Reds. Definitely boost confidence and looking pretty good on offense. The defense, when tested, has looked good. Overall, an impressive showing. Once again, we'll see some swaps for the Mariners. They do have a little bit bigger bench, just for the fact that they don't also field the JV team. So back underway, 9:06 remaining here in the second half of play. Bradley Marquette trying to make a move. Long shot in. And wide, so Dylan Ski will just let it go and chase that ball down for a goal kick. So again, this game was 3-0 Big Reds after the first half. Looked like they were taking the foot off the gas early in the second half, but have since added 4 more. So still threatening, and even with some of the backups out there, still putting a lot of pressure. And we're still seeing a starting defense. Great shot, and Dylan Ski with the nice save. And contact on that play, and I'm not sure if the first half, if that one would have went uncalled. But they're going to give a little bit of a push on the Mariners. Will be a free kick for the Big Reds. And if you're the Mariners here, just trying to get something going, you'd love to put one in the back of the net. Obviously, hopes of winning this game are pretty much out the window, despite some miracle. Just trying to build something to go on to next week, next game. Trying to get something together against this Port Huron High team. And we're going to get whistled for a shove. And now we're hearing the whistle more. I believe that's going to be on Malin. Header just off the mark. Go right out of bounds. Short stoppage when we got a substitution. Playing back to the defense, and once again, that can be tough play because immediately chasing after that ball was Jason Malin. Those forwards have been all over those defenders all night. Malin trying to find some edge, centering pass, and eventually cleared out of the zone. Nice clear by the Mariners. I believe that was Jacob Ryan on the play. Malin trying to find all the room he could for that cross. A nice ball through the center. No one exactly there. Malin once again battling around. Nice shot on net, and hook just barely over. Another nice scoring opportunity. And Jaron Isles was a nice shot attempt. And that must have been deflected. It looked like it clearly went up and over, not touching anyone. But we have a corner kick upcoming. Don't know exactly what happened on that play. We have a corner now for the Big Reds. See the scoreboard right over them, 4:50. And short corner, and goalkeeper is able to pick it up on the bounce. It seems like we got a lot of the Port Huron Big Reds playing out of position now. Got some of the offensive guys playing back on defense. Some of the midfielders moved up to forward, just trying to become better overall soccer players. Whistle inside the box, going to be on the Big Reds. And free kick for the Mariners. So just 4 minutes now remaining. Again, Port Huron High up 7-0. Coach Rose now has to be happy with his the performance of his Big Reds tonight. And Port Huron just kind of taking their time now. Nice slide tackle by Gore. And once again comes in to make a play. He's going to get whistled for that one, and he looks a little shaken up after that slide. He was kind of limping around earlier on a challenge. Wasn't one where there was a lot of contact, but looked like something like he maybe pulled something. Talked about him kind of being the last line defense for the Big Reds tonight. Played very, very well. Obviously a little more contact on that play. Understandable why he is shaken up. We'll see a wall of Port Huron High defenders, and yeah, they will be backing up. They were pretty close to the ball there. Trying to create a wall. Free kick opportunity. Jacob Ryan sends that one high. So we'll have a goal kick. So Big Red's just going to take their time. Goalkeeper playing with the ball a little bit for the goal kick. Trying to wind down the clock. So Dylanski waiting for goal kick. Puts a nice charge into this one. Will bounce right around midfield. Out of bounds. And once again, Big Red throw in. Not in a real hurry. 1:38 remaining. A little pushing there. Both players trying to go for the header. That looks like the call's going to be on the Big Reds, so the Mariners will get a free kick. Both players really battling for position there. Really could have gone either way. It's going to be taken by Ryan. Nice ball into the box. Almost got a head on it was Jensen Isles. Weak shot into the box. Easy save for Ski. That was by Bradley Marquette. Sophomore for the Mariners. 40 seconds now remaining. Mariners take the wise choice, just safely play that one out of bounds. When the Big Red forwards are right behind him. So a little help back. But yeah, it's interesting to see how we're seeing a lot of the Big Red forwards playing defense now. Working on their skills both ways. Still on offense, though. Jensen Isles. He's been there all night. Final seconds now, we're ticking off the clock. As they await the throw-in, but there's the horn, so that will do it for tonight's game. Big win for the Port Huron High Big Reds. They win 7-0 over the visiting Moraine City Mariners. We'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on CPHS 6. I'm Carl Staffhorst. Good night.